Welcome to Beyond Broken Hungry. Juggling your career, relationships, nutrition, fitness, finance, try to pursue your dreams, and stay sane can be a bit of a struggle. With the help of expertise from a variety of wellness experts and tips and tricks from everyday people, this podcast is here to share it all to make this journey we call life just a little more balanced. I'm stumbling towards wellness right alongside you, and I'm so happy to have you come along this journey. With that in mind, let's jump into this week's episode of Beyond Broken Hungry. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Beyond Broken Hungry. I am your host, Dara Sweat. And if you're watching on a video, yes, I have a little mini Christmas tree up. And yes, Thanksgiving has not passed yet, but I do not care. I feel like the last few years, like every year, I start decorating for Christmas just a little bit earlier. I used to have like a hard, not until after Thanksgiving rule, but again, like as I've gotten older, it's just this, I just want to grasp and hold on to the joy of Christmas, like as long as I can. It just makes me feel better. I feel like smiley, like this is like my favorite time of year. So I'm like, you know what, like why not just start a little bit earlier? As I'm like getting ready for Doug to move in, I've been like moving things around my house and putting stuff in storage and just making room for him essentially. And I had to move some of my Christmas decorations from my downstairs like spare bedroom into my laundry room. So I have like storage in there. And as I was like moving some stuff, I was like, well, there's really not a space for here right now. So I might as well go ahead and put this little Santa out or put this little thing out. So I've been like scattering little Christmas decorations like as I go. And from last year, I never actually broke down my little mini Christmas tree because I had the spare bedroom to just kind of put it in. So I didn't have to put it in a box or anything like that. So when I moved it, I was like, well, I might as well just go ahead and put this in my office. And it's just like so cute. It makes me so happy. And it just like makes the video like more joyful, I guess. I don't know. So I'm excited about it. Other than that, I don't really have too many updates for y'all this week. I kind of was battling a little bit of like a sinus infection, I think. I don't know. I'm still I'm on the end of it, but like I woke up last Friday and was kind of feeling like scratchy in my throat. And then like all weekend kind of chilled, try to stay low key, get extra rest. And it was just like congestion. I don't know. It was gross, cute, girly stuff. But yeah, other than that, don't really have any updates. So we'll just go ahead and get right into it. So today we're going to be talking about prioritizing protein. I am relatively new to the journey of realizing that protein is actually the key to a lot of fat loss and muscle building. So it's one of those things that was kind of hard for me to grasp. When I first started to try to count my macros in college, I didn't realize like how low protein I was actually eating. So trying to get all of that protein in was a little overwhelming, turned me off from it. So I had this like negative relationship with like tracking and counting macros for a really long time. Then I kind of like got on a good habit about it, but then became too obsessed with it. So I had to pull back, and it's just kind of been like a balance for me trying to figure out like what was going to work. And then I want to say it was like maybe a year ago when I was working with Nikki and just trying to be like, I need something that's going to simplify this a little bit more because I am stressing too much about calories, carbs, fats, protein, all of this stuff. And she was like, okay, how about this? Read your protein count and stay in a calorie deficit, period. And I was like, okay, I can handle those two things. So for me, that makes things a little bit easier. And then by eating a high protein, low calorie diet, you kind of don't typically go over your carbs or go over your fats because you're eating things that are higher in protein and lower in calorie. For me, I don't mind being in a carb surplus, especially because of how I work out. So I don't really pay attention to that number too much. I want to stay, relatively in line to it, but I really focus on being in a caloric deficit and getting my protein. So we're going to talk about prioritizing the protein, what the protein really is for, the benefits of it, and a couple examples of how I incorporate protein into my life with a high protein food lifestyle. So it has many roles within the body that help improve your overall health. So even if you're not on a fitness journey and you're trying to grow muscle, but you just want to be, maintaining weight or losing weight or anything like that, like prioritizing protein should really be your number one objective here. So it repairs tissues that, which include building and repairing muscle, skin, bones, and internal organs. Protein contributes to the production of hormones, which regulate numerous bodily functions such as metabolism, growth, and reproduction. It can help control your appetite and promote weight management by overall reducing your caloric intake. So like I said, usually things with high protein have like a pretty balanced calorie take. Protein contributes to immune function. So the more protein that you have in your food lifestyle, the less susceptible you're going to be getting sick. So that's another huge reason that protein's important. It can also be used as energy. So I will have like a little balance of protein and carbs before a workout, as opposed to drinking a pre-workout shake, because it gives you that natural energy boost along with the carbs as well. Lastly, it aids in transporting and storing essential nutrients and vitamins. So that protein that you're eating is going to help solidify and take in all of those vitamins that you're taking as well. So that way you're not just peeing out your vitamins, for lack of a better word. So understanding the right amount of protein you should consume on a daily basis is crucial for optimizing your nutrition goals, whatever they are, whether it's fitness or just lifestyle, whatever it is. And to determine your protein requirements, you have to consider various factors such as your age, gender, weight, activity levels, and your specific goals. Everybody's different, right? So it's always going to vary. But I'm going to give some general guidelines kind of as a starting point if you're new to the protein journey, or if you really just don't know where to start, you're not working with a nutrition coach yet. These are kind of just some general average measurements to consider when you're going into a high protein lifestyle journey. So the average person should consume approximately 0.8 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. And then those of you who aren't active or kind of working out, or you're just kind of, hanging out, you should shoot for that lower range. And then elite athletes, or people that are, really doing high intensity workouts consistently, often they should, shoot for that higher range of that protein. And if you're like, okay, kilowatt, now I'm throwing protein calories, now kilograms at you. Basically 1 kilogram is approximate to 2.2 pounds. So for example, if you are a woman who weighs 70 kilograms, that's about 154 pounds, and you attend a 1 hour high intensity fitness class 5 times a week, your ideal protein intake would be between 90 and 130 grams per day. So for me, I weigh about 164, depending on the day. So I'm about 74 kilograms, and my protein intake is 137 grams per day. Now, my macros and everything has been set by a nutrition coach. These aren't just numbers that I plugged in, to MyFitnessPal or a tracking on my own, which you totally can do if you stay within those kind of guidelines. But those are just my numbers based off of what my nutrition coach has given to me. So these are just guidelines, not something that's totally set in stone, and you really have to monitor your progress and adjust the protein intake accordingly. If you have specific goals such as building muscle or weight loss, you may need to modify these recommendations accordingly. So, if you're kind of just stepping into it, you're like, I just want to, I've never really prioritized protein before, I don't really know what to do, then I would start with that lower range of grams. And then basically you're just, convert your weight into kilograms, which literally I just use Google. It's what is a kilogram to pounds? And then there's literally a calculator right there for you. So calculate your weight into grams and then take that 0.8 times that, and then you'll get your protein number. And it could be, 90 to 100, just, depends on what your weight is, and start there. And then kind of see how that feels, how that, incorporating a higher protein into your lifestyle feels before you kind of start to dive right in and add more and whatever. Cause I'm not going to lie, when I first started my protein like focusing on a protein, it was like 164 grams of protein a day. That's a lot. 137 grams of protein a day is a lot sometimes, especially like when you're just like, oh my God, like I have to eat again. Like, I know that sounds crazy. I love to eat, but there are some days when I'm like, I do not want to eat this. This is insane. So, just kind of trying to figure out that balance, and you don't have to eat all your protein all at once. Scatter it throughout the day. You don't have to eat it all in breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I eat 6 times a day. I'll have breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and it's usually like a dessert, quote unquote. That's like a, high protein, like yogurt or pumpkin pie, which is now on my website. If you guys want to check out recipe out, it's literally my finest work. Honestly, I was like, wow, this tastes like pumpkin pie. A little more dense because of the protein, obviously, but it is so good. We've been eating it literally a slice every single night because I accidentally made 2. So it was a happy little accident on that end. Anyways, so you should spread your protein intake evenly throughout the day, including high protein rich foods such as lean meats, poultry, fish, dairy products, legumes, nuts, and seeds in your meals and snacking. Combining different protein sources can help ensure that you receive a wide array of essential amino acids. So I'll give an example of how a protein-packed day has been going in my life lately, especially if I'm like working out, 5-6 times a week. And typically I work out around 12:30. The time that I work out honestly changes like every other day. But this is just kind of the baseline for me. So for breakfast, I'll have 1 egg and a 1/4 cup of egg whites. I always do a scoop of collagen in my coffee every single morning. And the collagen I use has about 15 grams of protein. So between the egg whites and the egg and the collagen, I'm getting about 25-30 grams of protein just in breakfast. And then for snack, I'll have like deli meat and a banana, and not just like the Oscar Mayer or Great Value brand that you grab from like the meat section, because honestly, those really, really gross me out. And obviously like deli meat is like not the best source of protein. It's not the most healthy thing, but it's easy. It's accessible, and it works for me. But I am very particular about the deli meat that I eat. So I'll get boar's head specifically. And sometimes I'll do like the maple turkey bacon. Sometimes I'll do the maple turkey. And then sometimes I'll do the blazed buffalo chicken. Those are just like my 2 go-tos. And then after the workout, I have my post-workout shake. So that has protein, it has carbs, and I'll also put my creatine in there as well. And that helps me reach my protein count because there's about 20 grams of protein in that protein shake. And that is what's helping replace glycogen and repair muscle tissue, and just also give me that fast acting, like low temperature, fast absorbing protein and carbs right after a workout, because that's like that window right after you work out is the most important of getting a good protein in there. And then for lunch, I'll have 4 ounces of chicken, about a 1/2 cup of jasmine rice, and 1 to 2 cups of broccoli. And then for my snack, kind of like later in the afternoon, I'll do a meat stick and apple slices. I kind of change what meat stick brand I eat. Right now, I've been on the Mighty Stick meat sticks because they've been on sale at Publix. And when I tell you, they were buy one, get one a couple weeks ago, and I bought like 8. So Doug and I have meat sticks for days. And then for dinner, I'll have another 4 ounces of chicken, about 80 to 90 grams of pasta. And I just use my scale. It's not that intense to weigh your food. And then 1 to 2 cups of mixed vegetables. I try my hardest to get a variety of vegetables in my diet every day. Not just eating broccoli for lunch and dinner or asparagus or Brussels sprouts or whatever. I try to have a little bit of mix of everything. So I'll get like the frozen mixed vegetables and just do the portion size from there. And then for dessert, I've been on this, obviously the pumpkin pie that I just talked about. But I've also been on this like Greek yogurt pie that I've been making. It's so good. Like I made it for Doug once and he was like, can we have this every night? So it's like boyfriend approved too. So it's been really good. I'm going to put that on the website soon as well. So if any of y'all want to try it, you can, but it's a really good way to curb that sweet tooth, but also like have a protein packed dessert too. So highly recommend. I am also very pro protein supplementation. Okay, if I had to eat 136 grams of protein with no collagen and no protein shake, it would be tough. It wouldn't be impossible, but it would be tough because Again, I don't want to chew all the time. Like, I know that sounds weird, but like, I don't always want to chew. So sometimes I will have to just make a smoothie, and I'll have like a meal plan. I go into every week with like this idea of what I want to eat. But instead of being so like, breakfast, I'm going to have this, lunch, I'm going to have this, snack, I'm going to have this, I have breakfast options, lunch options, snack options. So that way I know myself. This is part of that journey too, getting to know yourself, getting to know how you feel. You're not always going to want to eat the same exact thing every single day. So having different options around is really good. But I mean, that's 30 to 40 grams of protein that I'm supplementing with a protein shake, collagen, post-workout shake, whatever. If I'm having a post-workout shake, I don't typically also have a meal replacement protein shake in the same day. It does happen. It just, sometimes it just depends on kind of what I'm doing. If I am using my meal replacement protein shake, I'm making a smoothie. I'm not just shaking up protein and drinking it. Although there have been days that I've done that as well. But again, that's just kind of like learning yourself. I have the brands of protein and collagen that I drink and use every single day. I will link those in the show notes if you guys are interested in checking it out. It has been imperative to my journey in the last couple of years that I've been using these. Just really, really helpful, really tasty, really good, just good results from it. So to recap the benefits of protein, it repairs tissues, which includes building and repairing muscle, skin, bones, and internal organs. So very important there. Contributes to the production of hormones, which regulate numerous bodily functions such as metabolism, growth, and reproduction. Let me talk about this for a second. So when I started to prioritize protein and really make sure that I was getting good sources of protein in my diet every single day, when I got off my hormonal birth control, I had no issues. I had no problems. I had no symptoms. I was able to transfer from taking hormonal birth control to being natural and regulated. And of course, there was a time period of my body kind of getting situated to not being on that. But because I prioritized protein, I really didn't have that many struggles once I got off of my hormonal birth control. So let that be a testimony to you that if you are currently on your hormonal birth control or you're having hormone issues, I am not a doctor. I'm not telling you that protein is going to fix all of your problems. I am saying that protein is going to aid significantly in helping you with that. So protein can help control appetite and promote weight management by reducing overall caloric intake. It also contributes to immune function, can be used as energy, and aids in transporting and storing essential nutrients and vitamins. So protein. It's key. It's important. It's going to help you with your journey. It's going to help you overall, whether you want to be Muscles McGee and be lifting all these heavy weights and super lean, or you just want to be healthy and not get sick as often and really help boost your metabolism. Make protein a priority. As always, if you're plateaued in your journey and you need some extra help or advice, I will always recommend you talk to a certified nutrition coach to help you reach your goals. Our coaches at Graham are incredible. They make it simple, make it fun. Nikki has helped tremendously in my journey. I was kind of stuck in the same place for a really long time. And just by her help and her advice and her aid and her accountability, it has really helped me overall, not just with food, but with mindset as well. So I'm always going to recommend that you talk to a certified nutrition coach. Of course, you can follow me for different ideas of what to eat and how to make things and stuff like that. But I am not a doctor. I am not a nutrition coach. I am just somebody here to encourage you that if I can do it, so can you. So eat your protein. You got this, friend. Till next time. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you aren't already, be sure to subscribe to Beyond Broken Hungry wherever you get your podcasts so you get notified every time a new episode drops. It would also mean the world to me if you rate, review, and share the podcast too so more people can join the BBH tribe. Until next time, you got this, friend.